What's up, sports bettors? I have 4 picks for today, including an absolutely incredible college basketball bet. So that's what we're going to be going through. And as I say kind of in all of these videos, but I ride with you on all the plays, right? So we had Northern Colorado for $2,500. Any plays I'm giving out on Twitter, I'm writing about in articles on the Odds Jam blog, or I'm giving out on YouTube. Like, these are plays I put my own money on because I know the math just works over the course of the long run. So again, in this video, I have a bet on Caesars, and that's because I found a profitable bet on Caesars. If you don't have Caesars Sportsbook available to you, I don't know what to tell you, right? If you have different sportsbooks available to you, you should check them and see if you can get a similar line. So let's go ahead and let's get into my first play because it's pretty incredible. And what it is San Diego State minus 17.5 on the point spread. So I clobbered this bet on Caesars for $2,500, minus 110 odds. San Diego State Aztecs minus 17.5. So again, OddsJam has a bunch of different tools. So what the screen does, for example, is it kind of lets you browse odds from the market side by side, right? So you want to look at every college basketball money line. Of course, you can put in every sport, but what this allows you to do is quickly scan which sportsbooks are offering the best odds and find discrepancies. So actually, I just found a pretty big discrepancy. I mean, it's an arbitrage bet. Monmouth is plus 2,300 on PointsBet, and Syracuse is minus 2,100 on Betway, right? So a lot of our a lot of very serious sports bettors, they like using this screen and kind of scanning the best odds column to look for discrepancies. But what the EV tool does is it kind of, sums up sports betting pretty easily. It just points out where there's big line discrepancies, where there's value. There's no BS in the tool. I just filter for the main sports books I'm using at the time. And, every state will have different sports books. So I'm currently in Arizona. So all this does is it looks at all Arizona sports books, and then all the sports books I have selected, all the sports leagues up to max odds of 259, and shows me the most profitable bets, right? Where's the value? So Caesar Sportsbook is one of the books I have selected, and the most profitable bet on OddsJam currently is San Diego State minus 17.5. Seems incredible. And if we click into the odds, you'll see why. We can get San Diego State minus 17.5 at minus 110 juice. No other sportsbook's giving us better than minus 135, right? Most sportsbooks, Bet Online and Pinnacle, DraftKings as well. DraftKings has these alternate markets. Bet Online, you can see they don't. They only offer 1 point spread for a college basketball game. Whereas some sportsbooks like Pinnacle, they offer these alternate lines, as they're called. FanDuel, they don't offer alternate lines. Caesars doesn't. So you can see here, Caesars is a point off from FanDuel. FanDuel has the point spread at 18.5, right? WynnBET has it at 18.5. A lot of other sportsbooks have it at 19. And then a bunch of sportsbooks, DraftKings, Bet Online, and Pinnacle, their main line is San Diego State minus 19.5. So 2 points of value we're getting, right? We're getting San Diego State minus 17.5 at minus 110. There are people placing bets on this at minus 19 at minus 110, right? So if SDSU wins by 18 points, we're going to win on Caesars. These people would be losing. This is why you have to line shop, right? Kind of the core of sports betting, if you want to make money and get serious, is there are millions of odds in the market. There are hundreds of sports books. You want as many as possible because of reasons like this. All these sports books, they try to set lines independently. So they do a pretty good job at it in making their vig, making their spread, but they'll always screw up occasionally, right? No sports book is perfect. If we go over to Caesars, where we have this big $2,500 bet, if you just look at like one game, the amount of stuff you can bet on is pretty crazy. So these sportsbooks are pretty good at making money by charging their spread, the vig, right? Forcing you to bet $110 to win back $100. But occasionally they screw up so big, like in this SDSU game, where you can get 2 points of value on a sportsbook and then rush to the sportsbook, bet it, and you locked in a play with an edge, right? Typically the sportsbook has the edge over you due to the vig. But when you find positive EV bets, you have the edge, right? So not every positive EV bet is going to win, of course, but like when you can get SDSU minus 17.5 and the rest of the market is at 19 or 19.5, or FanDuel at 18.5, pretty good indication that's a play you want to be on. So that's the first play I locked in. Then I have a 3-leg parlay. So this parlay is on Betway Sportsbook, right? So this bet, we can actually go through the math quickly. $2,500 bet. I rushed to Caesars, got to move quick. Great lines don't last forever. Place my bet. The profit margin of this play is 4.89%. So my bet has, 4.89% times 2,500, 122.25 in EV, in profit margin, in dollars. Percent is the same as edge or profit margin. So if the profit margin of your bet is 5%, you bet $100, your bet's worth $5, right? So long story short, what this means is if you came to me and were like, yo, I'll give you a $50 bill if I can take your bet of 2.5K on SDSU minus 17.5 at minus 110 odds, I would tell you, heck no. I found a bet with incredible value. It's worth 122.25, right? So then my goal as a sharp bettor, as you can see, which is exactly what I do, if we just look at my FanDuel account, whatever account you want to look at, is my goal is place as many bets with an edge on a daily basis, right? Not every single bet is going to win. If we look at Caesars, not every bet's going to win. We'll have some wins, we'll have some losses, but since all of our plays are positive EV, we have the edge. We're finding these sportsbook mistakes where we're getting value. We make money in the long run, which is all I care about, right? It's all I care about is making money over the course of the long run. So here's my parlay, which we can get to now. So just using real-time market data, to make better bets, it's critical. Find value. It's really that simple. So here I have the Grizzlies minus 10.5, Buddy Hield over 17.5 points, and then I took over 7.5 in the Dolphins-Bills first quarter. 3-leg parlay, all plays are positive EV, $200 to win, 1.9K. So I added that to the sheet as well. So I've been tracking profit and loss, been a bit slower because I've been doing more fantasy stuff and less YouTube videos, but we're currently up 40K. Hopefully we can keep it going, keep making money, and thanks so much for your time, guys.